Good morning, friends. It's Joyce from Deer Creek Homesteading. Today is Frugal Friday Farm Tips. I noticed that a couple people were commenting about the audio in my videos, and I'm trying to figure it out. I know it's the speaker on my phone, so I have a tripod now, but I did notice when I look down is when it cuts out because my head must be going down like that. So I have a couple notes that I taped above me, so if you notice me looking up, that's why. I'm trying to fix this audio problem and appreciate everybody's input and help, and I'm trying to figure it out. So first frugal farm tip is to burn trash. We have a trash service that comes once a week, but we pay for how much trash we actually have. So we like to burn everything that we possibly can to try and save on that bill. We have what we call the burn box in our kitchen. We used to have it on the floor, but now Miss Kayla gets in there and eats all the paper and throws it around the house. So we just set it on our counter and we put anything in there that obviously you could burn. Junk mail, newspapers, paper plates, paper towel, which we try not to use too much of because, not using paper products would save you money. Macaroni and cheese boxes, cereal boxes, anything like that we put in the burn box, and every couple of weeks we take it out and we burn it to save money on our trash bill. The second frugal tip, which most homesteaders probably already know, is using the clothesline as much as possible, saving on that electric bill. It's pretty cold in Michigan now. Actually, we had sleet yesterday, so that's not an option for now, but I am thinking about running a clothesline up in our upstairs bedroom for like towels and stuff like that to try and save on that bill. Just put them upstairs and let them air dry, and then probably just throw them in the dryer for 5 or 10 minutes to fluff them up. But during the spring, summer, late fall, if I can use my clothesline every single time, I will. And then my husband doesn't like the stiffness of the towels in his jeans, and I'll throw them in the dryer for 10 minutes with half a dryer sheet. Cutting your dryer sheets in half will save you money. And that's how we do our laundry. Next frugal tip would be to take your lunch to work. We used to, before we started saving for the homestead and getting really serious about saving money and being frugal, 2-3 times a week, I know I would order a sub to be delivered at work. We'd get together and go out for lunch, coffees in the morning. But since we've started trying to go on this journey of saving money and most of it going to the homestead, we always pack and bring our lunches. You can do like a big prep cook on Sunday and make everything for the whole week, so you don't have to think about it. You can just grab it out of the fridge or the freezer. A lot of times we make like tacos, and we make enough so that my husband can take it the next day for lunch, and then the next day after that maybe he can do burritos. So not spending money on our lunches at work anymore has saved us a ton of money. Also, we don't go out to eat hardly ever. First of all, it's not convenient. We live out in the middle of nowhere, and if you were like, hey, let's go grab a burger, it's a half hour away. So that's one of the reasons. But also, we don't get fast food maybe once every 6 months. And we do on special occasions. My granddaughter's birthday was just last week. My daughter's birthday's coming up. We live about 45 minutes apart, so we kind of meet in the middle for special occasions, and we'll have dinner. So, something like that we will do, but not eating out saves a ton of money. Buying used, and a lot of people probably know all these tips, but I'm just saying what works for us. Buy used. We got the bunnies back in spring, maybe June. The place we bought the rabbits from were selling hutches, and it was a hutch they had already used for their rabbits, and it was just extra. We got a huge, really nice rabbit hutch. I think it was $80, and it served both of the rabbits up until breeding time, so that was a great deal. My quail cage, we bought that off Craigslist used. I think it was $50 or $75. My husband had wanted, ever since we moved in, to get a cart for the back of his lawnmower so that he could haul, kindling. We chopped firewood down at the lower part of the land, and we were carrying it up by hand, loading up the leaves this fall. We just kind of, I get in the back and ride around in it. So we looked on Craigslist again, and he found this really nice farm cart for $50, and it was $150 brand new in the store. And this cart was just so nice, you couldn't even tell it was used. So if you can get a good deal on something used instead of brand new that's in good condition, that'll save you a ton of money. The next Frugal Farm tip is we don't buy water. We had bought a case of water, and then once we drank it, we use the empty water bottles, and we have a Brita water filter. So we just filter all our water and put it back into those water bottles, and we take them to work. We take them if we're going to go on a long trip, work in the yard. It saves a ton of money there. I know my husband, he pays about $2 for a bottle of water at work if we happen to run out, or if he wanted an extra one. So refilling our water bottles after filtering the water saves a ton of money. Another thing I've learned is my husband is obsessed. If he gets the tiniest little hole in his sock, he will throw them away. It drives him insane. I could sew them, but he doesn't want me to. So what I do is anytime he gets a hole in his sock, I tell him to put it aside, and I have what's like a rag bag or a cloth extra bag that I throw all that stuff into, and then I sort through it. And those socks with holes that he will no longer wear, I stick them on my hand and I use them to dust. It is so easy and so convenient. Our TV stand has a lot of different things on it, and it's kind of got small spacing in between, spacing like that. I just stick my hand in there with that sock on it, a little bit of spray if you want, and I just dust it with that old sock. It isn't going to save a ton of money, but it's a way to reuse and repurpose stuff. The last frugal tip I have for this Friday is unplugging stuff. I watch tons of money-saving frugal videos, and almost every one of them said, if you're not using the appliance, or if you're not using, the coffee pot, the microwave, unplug. And at first, I didn't think it was crazy. My husband was like, I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. I said, let's just give it a try. So I started every morning unplugging our fan when we wake up. Before we go to bed, I make sure all our phones are charged. We unplug those. The microwave has a electric strip on it with many plug-ins, and we had like phones plugged in there, maybe the coffee pot, the microwave, they were all plugged in there. So I unplugged that big strip every night and all day while we're at work. We had a lamp plugged in upstairs, 2 lamps plugged in upstairs. I unplugged those, just made sure that anything that wasn't going to matter, I'm not going to unplug the refrigerator. I didn't unplug our alarm clock, that kind of stuff. But just those little things. We checked, and our electric bill came, and it was maybe $22, $23 less than it had been the month before. And we, could have been anything. So I said, let's just keep doing this and checking the bill and seeing. And consistently, it's been about $20 to $25 cheaper every month just by unplugging those small things. And if you think about it, that's about $240 a year that we're going to save just by doing something so simple and so easy. So that is Frugal Farm Tip Friday. I'll be back next Friday with some more. I hope this helps you guys out. I hope you learned something. Oh, and side note, the rabbit had her bunnies last night. So exciting. It was freezing cold, sleeting. We do have a mercury light out there, but it was really dark and I couldn't see. But I went to feed them, and I noticed her nesting box was full of fur. And I thought, okay, finally, she's gonna have these babies, soon. I moved the fur around. I saw a little bit of blood, and I knew there were babies in there. I couldn't see anything, so I petted the rabbit a couple times just to get her scent on my hand, and I reached inside the nesting box, and I felt little tiny squiggly warm babies in there. So they're doing great. I didn't get a chance to look in there or count them. I'm hoping to tonight, but I didn't even want to bring one of them out of that nesting box. It was so cold. So I am gonna film that and let you guys know how many babies, what they look like, their progress growing up. But like I said, last night it was just too cold to even mess with them. I went out this morning to check on them and to feed everybody and stuck my hand in, and they're still all nice and wiggly and warm. So even in this weather in Michigan, the babies are so far doing great. By the time it gets really nasty, they'll have their own fur and we'll be moving them to their own hutch. But anyway, bunny update. Super excited about that. You guys have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we will talk to you soon, friends. Thanks.